Sperling, realtor with Coldwell Banker, and I'm here with Jim Nolte with Guaranteed Rate Affinity, who is a fantastic lender. And I asked him to join us because we see a lot of national news about the mortgage rates. And I was at a recent Coldwell Banker conference, and Ryan Gorman, our CEO, said, national headlines are not a way to make decisions. You don't decide what to wear based on the national average of the temperature for the day. So you really need to look at what's happening locally to decide what works for you. So as far as interest rates go, Jim, we've seen them go down slightly, but what are some of the options that people are doing to make their payments more palatable with the rising interest rates?
Yeah, well, to start with, rates have come down about a point from their highest point at 7.29 down to roughly 6.29. Now, obviously, that's information that I'm getting from Freddie Mac, who gives us all this national data, so that you can know that rates are on their way down, which is great news. And we've brought back an old strategy that we didn't have for quite a while, called a temporary buy down, where let's say the interest rate was 6.29, you could, through structuring your offer properly, get a rate 2% below that market rate for the first year, and then 1 point below that for the second year, and then in the third year would go to 6.29. So you would basically structure your offer where if the seller was going to give you some concessions on the offer, let's say that the house was listed for 500 and you wanted to offer 485 with a $15,000 seller concession and still make it the full priced offer of 500,000, you could take that 15,000 and get the temporary buy down, where we actually take that 15,000 or roughly and put it into an escrow account and subsidize your payment for the first year and the second year. And that allows you to get an affordable payment that's probably, $600 or $700 a month lower than what you would have normally had at the standard rate. And then have the opportunity to refinance if and when rates do come down over those next year or two. And that money is also refunded back to you if you refinance as well.
How about, are people doing any sort of permanent buy downs?
Yes.
And what's the difference?
The other option that you could do. And you could even combine the permanent buy down with the temporary buy down if you had enough seller concession to do that. Okay. And there are different types of temporary buy downs. I mentioned the 2-1 buy down, but there's a 3-2-1 buy down and a 1-1 buy down. And there's even a couple of other scenarios there. So the permanent buy down is different from the temporary buy down in that the permanent one you pay for at closing, and that's locked in for the life of the loan. And so if you keep the loan for a longer period of time, the permanent buy down is going to be better. However, the temporary buy down can be good if you think or know you're going to refinance in the next year or two, because you'll get that money refunded on the temporary buy down. Whereas with the permanent buy down, that money is not refunded.
That money is gone. It paid for the buy down. Excellent. This was so helpful. I'm sure there's many other ways people are adapting to the increased interest rate, but just wanted to let everyone out there know there are options. Definitely when you're making an offer, work closely with me and Jim to figure out, is a price reduction better or concessions better? So many times people want to get things at a lower price, but many times right now, the concessions are so much better for you. So that's something that we can help you evaluate as you're doing your home search. Anything else you want to add on this topic, Jim?
Yes, yes, I did. I was very excited that I wanted to add things there. We can do the analysis for you to show you whether the price concession or the seller concession for the temporary buy down is better for you economically. So
excellent.
That's super helpful to be able to see that.
Fantastic. So this is definitely something that you need to be very strategic about to make sure that you're making the best decisions for you and your home purchase. But we are super excited to help you. So just give us a call. My number is 303-710-5817. Always happy to talk about home buying and selling. Thanks so much.